So friends, today we're finally back with another knife ability test video about every single knife, this time from the mystery crate number 1, which is going to be quite interesting since one of you guys actually requested the video, and it is actually something I wanted to do for quite some time. I just honestly didn't have all of the knives anymore, so I couldn't actually make the video, otherwise we would have been missing a few knives, which would have been kind of bad. So I decided to hold on to this video for quite some time and record it at a different time period when I finally have literally everything. So well, here we are, and in today's video, let's take a look at every single knife from the mystery crate number 1. There we go. So, what is included in this mystery crate? You can see there's in total 53 items plus another additional 3 items, which we will focus on in the next video, where we take a look at all of the revolvers. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of knives right here, so you don't have to open these to figure out what kind of knives you can get. I will showcase all of those knives in today's video. So let's just start. So, starting off, let's open the crate actually, because why not? What a disappointing start. Absolutely not worth it. Alright. So let's start with the first knife, the Hamburger knife, and let me just unequip the menacing effect because that might be a bit confusing, so we don't have any knife effects. There we go. So this is how the knife looks like. It's basically a hamburger. It does not have a special kill effect, it just has a special sound, so here you can hear that and here you can see basically what it does, so yeah, pretty nice. Maybe I can showcase it as well. The next knife on this list is going to be the Tanto right here. This one just looks good, to be honest. No special kill effects, no special kill sounds, but a really good looking knife, to be honest. In my opinion, this is probably one of the better common knives. Like, it looks really good. It isn't really special in any other kind of way, it just looks good, so that's a bit unfortunate, but other than that, it's actually kind of a cool one. Next up, another kind of not exciting knife, the Toilet Talk. This one I always kind of thought has a kill effect, but turns out it actually doesn't, so a bit unfortunate once again, but you will see it's kind of a trend with a lot of these knives, like especially like the high tier ones. I think basically none of the legendary ones have any special kill effects, so that is like very, very disappointing, to be honest. So it's kind of going to be a trend throughout this video that a lot of these knives do not have some sort of kill effect or special kill sounds. Next up, we have the Cutcake. There we go. Now it finally loaded. It basically is a cupcake right there, and of course the name, you probably get it. It's kind of a funny one. So yeah, really cool knife, to be honest. No special kill effects or anything like that. So let's move on to the next one. Also, we get called pay to win, which is very fair, to be honest. I'm very sorry. Let me just apologize. Sorry. Okay, there we go. The main reason why I'm using Spam Knife is basically because it makes the whole video a lot easier to record. Unlike the other abilities, Spam Knife doesn't have any like sounds, so you can just totally focus on what's ahead. Next up, we have the Skull Tool right here, which has no kill effect or anything like that. It's basically a ruler, as you can see, so pretty cool, to be honest, but nothing too spectacular. Oh my god. He literally just said, "You Robux rich, haha," and then he left. That is kind of wholesome. This guy was really nice, to be honest. I know he said pay to win and everything, but it's really fair, to be honest, so that is really funny. That was a very wholesome interaction right here. So next up, we have the Watermelon Knife, which is the first exciting common knife on this list because it actually has a kill effect and special sounds, so that is pretty nice. It also looks really cool. It's basically a watermelon, as you can see, and I would like to showcase you the knife, but I am kind of garbage, so it turns people into a watermelon, which is really funny, and it has a very satisfying kill sound, so a pretty nice knife overall, and one of my favorite common knives. So let's move on to the next one. You can also hear the sound here, by the way, so if you want to hear it properly, here's a clip of that. Next up on this list, we have the Wooden Knife, which is also pretty cool, to be honest. Turns people into these wooden characters. It's kind of similar to the Ice Knife in a way. Kind of similar to Dearest Gratitude, where it just turns people into like a statue, basically, which is pretty cool. I like those type of knives. I think they're pretty nice, and especially with the disrespect mechanic, it's really funny, to be honest, so a very nice one. Next up on this list, we have the Roblox Knife, which is a bit of a disappointment. This one looks pretty cool, to be honest. It's a very simple knife, but unfortunately no special kill effects or sounds, so yeah, just a very simple knife, but this one is still pretty cool in my eyes. So next up, we have the Pineapple Knife. Once again, a knife with a special kill effect and kill sound, which you can hear here, of course. In my opinion, this one is pretty similar to the Duck Knife, so definitely a really great one. Next up, the Pool Time Knife, which looks pretty cool once again. It's basically a pool, I guess. Also has a little icon right there on the handle, which is a bit difficult to see right now, but yeah, it's kind of a cool knife, nothing too spectacular here, and once again, there's no kill effects or kill sounds, so I think we can basically just move on to the next knife. And the last two knives for the common category sound really good from the name, the Soundwave and the Hellfire, and they also look pretty cool, but unfortunately they don't have anything special about them, so they just look really good to be honest, but other than that they're not too spectacular here. So this is the Soundwave, and then of course we have the Hellfire, which looks really awesome in my eyes, but once again nothing too spectacular here, since there's no special kill effects or kill sounds. So now, with the common category finished, let's move on to the rare category. We have the Dune right here, which looks kind of plain and very simple. And of course, once again, this knife has no special kill effects or kill sounds, so it's just a really simple knife, but still kind of cool, I guess. The next one is also quite a simple knife, the Danger Knife, which has very nice colors in my opinion. I think this one looks pretty good, but once again, of course, like I've already mentioned at the beginning of the video, a lot of these knives kind of look cool, but they don't have any special kill effects or kill sounds, so they're just really simple knives, and I think this one is pretty cool. So next up we have a knife once again finally with kill sounds and a special kill effect, the Clown Knife, which looks really cool. It's one of my favorite knives from the rare category. It just looks really cool, it sounds really nice, and it turns people into clowns, which is kind of hilarious to be honest, as you can see right there. Kind of took me a few minutes, but there we go, we finally did it. The next knife on this list is the Pickle Knife, which turns people into a pickle and also has a special sound once again. I think it's just using a sound from one of the sharp knives as far as I'm aware, so still a pretty cool knife in my eyes. I think this one's just very nice overall, and yeah, it's turning people into pickles as you can see, which is kind of funny. So next up on this list we have the Butterfly Knife, which has some really cool animations. It's basically the same as far as I'm concerned as the shop variant, so I don't think we really have to mention too much about this one, other than of course the pretty cool animations, which I really do like. So now we finally have a knife once again with special kill sounds, the Frying Pan, which is one of my favorite knives from this category actually, from the rare category. This one just sounds super cool. It also has collisions as you can see, which is something I really do like about knives. And well, this one's pretty exciting, one of my favorite ones from the rare category, so also let's say hello really quickly. Hello there. Alright, now let's move on to the next one. So next up we have a bit of a confusing one, which is the MLG Knife, and don't get it too confused with the Game Pass version because they're actually two different knives, not only visually as you can see, but this one has no special kill effects or kill sounds, so yeah, the crate version is kind of boring. So now let me just showcase the MLG Knife maybe, there we go. It basically has the default kill effect and sound, so yeah, like I said, this one is a bit boring. So we actually ended up getting the correct map, which is really good, and now I can showcase you the Binary Knife, which has a special kill effect, so this one is pretty cool in my opinion. And I didn't even know this one had a kill effect, so as you can see this one turns people into zeros and ones, which is pretty cool, and also has just an overall green effect, so definitely a really cool knife, and I didn't know this one actually had a kill effect, so yeah, this one is pretty nice, I like it a lot. Next up we have the Cleaver, which once again has no special kill effect, but some special sounds, which is pretty nice, and this one also has collisions once again, so definitely a pretty cool knife overall, and yeah, this one has some special sounds, you can always hear them. I'm trying to include some clips, of course, of the audio, so hopefully you can hear them as well. So next up we have the Silverfang, which looks like this, and well, it's basically a very simple knife, no special kill effects or sounds, so I think we can move on to the next one. And moving on to the last and final knife for this category is going to be the Pickle Knife, which once again has a special kill effect and kill sounds. It's pretty similar to the Pickle Knife, but this one has some different sounds, which I think is pretty cool, so definitely one of my favorite ones. Once again, I like this one quite a lot, and I sometimes actually use this one. Moving on to the epic category, we have the Poker Knife right here, which has unfortunately no special kill effects or kill sounds, so let's try to get a kill with this one, and then let's move on to the next one. This is by the way going to continue for a lot of the epic knives, so stay tuned for that. The next knife on this list is going to be the Zombie Slayer, which uses, as far as I'm concerned, the same mesh as the Tanto, so this one looks really cool, but once again, no special kill effect or kill sounds, so let's move on to the next knife. Next up we have the Check Knife, which once again has no special kill effects or kill sounds, but of course once you start upgrading this one, you start actually getting special kill effects, which are of course the checkered shards, so that is definitely pretty nice, and the Check Knives are definitely one of my favorite knives in the game. So this is now the Check 2 knife, which is the first one that starts having the effect, and as you can see it splits people into these shards, so that is pretty cool to be honest. The next one on this list looks really good, but that's going to be about it with this one, so definitely kind of a cool looking one, but that's basically all this one has. Next up on this list we have the Thunder Knife, which looks really cool, but once again no special kill effects or kill sounds. The next knife on this list is going to be Eternal Flames, which looks really good to be honest. As you can see right here, it also has kind of a knife effect on it, which is pretty awesome with like the flames and stuff, so a pretty cool looking knife, but that's going to be about it with this one. And now we finally have a knife with a kill effect, which is going to be the Overseer. This one has the same kill effect as the Toxic one from the shop. I'm not entirely sure how it's actually called. The Meltdown. The Meltdown right here, so that's basically the same kill effect, which is pretty cool to be honest. And yeah, that's the special knife with the only kill effect I believe in this category. Funnily enough, once you actually craft this one to the Overseer 2, which you could do back in the days where crafting were still around, the Overseer 2 actually loses the unique kill effect, which is kind of weird, so something to keep in mind if you turn this into an Overseer 2. Rest in pieces to the kill effect, so yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. And then of course we have the Dark Knife, which once again has no kill effect, so yeah, a bit unfortunate. I mean, this is one way to start a conversation. Oh my god, bro, I said hello. How much money did you spend? You spend your entire family's life saving or something? Absolutely hilarious. And then this guy joins in. That's actually a cool avatar, even if it's pay to win. What does he mean with pay to win avatars? I am kind of confused. That was really funny. I had to include this. Okay, now moving on to the most boring category with a lot of good looking knives, but none of them having any like special kill effects or something. The Stinger is the first one, which looks pretty awesome. Like, I gotta say, like the color combo and everything on this knife is just really sweet, but unfortunately this one, well, is kind of boring because it has no special kill effects. So moving on to the next one. And the story continues. No kill effects on the Tomahawk either. This one looks pretty exciting once again, but like I said, no special kill effects or anything like that, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, don't get me wrong, but I would kind of expect, at least from the legendary category, to have some sort of kill effect. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's a bit unlucky, I guess. I don't know. The next one on this list is actually one of my favorite ones from the legendaries, which is the Midnight, because this is the only one that has like a knife effect on it. So as you can see, this one looks pretty cool. Sadly, no kill effect. So this one would have been really cool to have like a kill effect with like a blue kind of purple theme. So a bit of a missed opportunity in my opinion. Oh, he knows me apparently. Hello. Attempt number 2. So next up we have once again a really good looking one, the Heartbreaker, which I really like to be honest, and once again, like I said, no special kill effects or anything like that, but a really good looking knife. This one is like a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. And moving on to the final knife right here, we have the Dragonlore, which looks really cool, one of my favorite ones once again looks wise from this category, but of course this one also has no kill effect. So let's move on to the final 2 knives, which are the legendary ones. One of them is probably one of the best looking knives kill effects wise in my opinion, so that one is going to be really exciting, and the other one is a bit of a letdown. So let's start with the letdown, which is of course the Fury. So this one has a knife effect as well, basically. It has this kind of fire effect, which is pretty cool, but no kill effect. So like I said, a bit of a missed opportunity in my opinion. So this one is still pretty cool though. And now, the absolute coolest knife in my opinion in the crate is of course the Null Knife. This one just looks absolutely amazing. It also has basically a knife effect applied to it, which is, it's basically the overflow knife effect, so a pretty cool choice in my opinion. And this knife has, in my opinion, some of the coolest knife effects in the game. It sometimes gets extremely laggy, but other than that, it's a really freaking cool kill effect overall and just looks really awesome to be honest. By the way, sorry if you can hear the thunder in the background. There's a kind of big thunderstorm. So to finish the video, let's go over some of the craftable knives. So I've already showcased Overseer 2, let's focus on the Flambe knife, which is another craftable. This one can be crafted from the Eternal Flames, combined of course with the Cleaver, so This one once again has no special kill effects, but looks pretty fire to be honest, if you get what I mean. So a very nice knife. The next knife of course is the Check 5 knife. This one basically works by crafting up check knives over and over together. So 2 check knives equal Check 2 knife. Then of course if you have 2 Check 2 knives you get the Check 3 knife, and so on until you reach Check 5. So this is the ultimate version, I guess. I believe there's maybe a few more like the Lost in Soul right here, which we will talk about once of course we get to the revolvers in the next video. But that's going to be it for this video, so thank you very much for watching it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you of course in the next one. Bye guys.